Hello everyone, let us continue our leftover portion of the chapter Lost Spring Stories of Stolen Childhood, authored by Anish Jung. Dear students, do you know why this has been titled as Lost Spring? As we know that the whole story revolves around the two characters, that is Sahib Alam and Mukesh. Okay, spring, the word spring stands for the one of the most beautiful seasons of the year. Okay, during this season, when rain starts, the seeds which are buried under earth get sprouted, plants which have already shed their leaves get new leaves, they they bloom with beautiful flowers. It appears as if the nature has got new vitality and life. It seems full of energy and spreads its happiness all around, spreads its beauty all around. Okay, so spring here has been compared with the most beautiful period of life, that is childhood. There are some children who are fortunate to enjoy this golden period, but there are others too who don't get this opportunity, who are not fortunate enough, who are not lucky enough to enjoy their childhood. Rather, they are forced in some work which is of labor class, like some are forced to do the child labor, whereas some are uh, pushed in the some are pushed in scrounging the garbage. Okay, they become the rag pickers. This is how the time takes turn in life of different people in different way. We have already covered some portion of this chapter, and we came to know that the author was astonished to listen some excuses the uh, about the children who were roaming barefoot, who were roaming here and there without slippers. Okay, so people said that that is the responsible people said that they were they were not roaming without footwears because of the lack of money, but that was their tradition. Okay, this was the excuse given, that this was their tradition to walk barefoot. Now, the author has shared one of her stories when she once went to Udupi, okay, a city in Karnataka. There she met a priest who was very poor, and also the condition of his house was very pathetic. His son his son used to go to school daily morning. Before reaching school, he would go to a nearby temple. There he would pray the god to provide him a pair of shoes. This was the condition. Okay, after some years, that is after 30 years, she went there once again. That time she found that the new priest was there, and his son was having almost all the facilities, that is good bag, a nice dress, school dress, and footwears he was also wearing. So the author says that I remembered the prayer another boy had made to the goddess when he had finally got a pair of shoes. Okay, so this is what she remembers, that one day, that is 30 years back, a child was praying to goddess and he has got the shoes. Let me never lose them. The goddess had granted his prayer. So this was something special, which was nothing less than a dream come true to him, to that boy. बच्चे के पास एक पेयर शूज़ होना एक सपने साकार होने के बराबर था. Okay, so he didn't want to lose them. Young boys like the son of the priest now wore shoes but many others like the rag pickers in neighborhood remain shoes. So here she wants to show her concern that there are some who have got this facility or who are able to wear the footwears, but there are hundreds who are walking in the streets without shoes. Now, the author has come to know about the rag picker, that is Sahib Alam, where from he came and where are they living. They are living in Simapuri, a city, a place in the outskirts of Delhi. This is not a city, a place in the outskirts of Delhi. This is not developed, okay, slum area. This is the slum area, and it is metaphorically far away from Delhi. Means Delhi is well developed city, and Simapuri, being in the vicinity or in the on the periphery of Delhi, is not so developed. Okay, it is not even equal to a bit of the development of the city of Delhi. So it is metaphorically far away. Practically ये उसके पास में है दिल्ली के, but from facility point of view it is far away. बहुत दूर है, पास भी नहीं, बहुत कहीं तक भी नज़दीक नहीं है. ऑथर का कहने का मतलब ये है कि दिल्ली के आसपास भी नहीं है सुविधाओं के हिसाब से. ओके, और वो बांग्लादेश से आए हैं, ढाका बांग्लादेश से. दे केम फ्रॉम देयर इन 1971. You know, in 1971 Indo-Pakistan war broke out, and during that period these people shifted from their native place. There are almost 10,000 rag pickers staying in Simapuri. They don't have any identity with them. They have ration cards only, and due to that they have got their names enlisted in the voter list. Voter ID बन गई है और voter list में उनका नाम है. So as you know that vote bank is the reason behind their being downtrodden. Politicians get the votes of their get the benefit of their votes, but they are not worried about their upliftment. Okay, so they say for survival, identity is not the matter. Food is important for their survival. So what they are getting there, by rag picking they are selling these items in the market and getting some food. Okay, there are some women who are wearing the ragged saris. Okay, फटे पुराने कपड़े पहने हुए हैं. And they say wherever they find food they erect their tents, they pitch their tents. जहाँ भी जाते हैं वहीं पे अपना वो घर बना लेते हैं, जहाँ भी उनको खाने का कुछ भी साधन मिलता है. ओके, they are in their transit homes actually. Children only know rag picking, they don't go to schools, and garbage to them is gold. Okay, garbage to them is gold. So here it is metaphor. They have said gold to garbage, means garbage is compared with gold. They are living in the thatched roofs, means dilapidated houses. Condition of the house is very bad. And thereafter Sahib says that sometimes he finds a rupee in the garbage, sometimes 10 rupee note. So the 10 rupee note, whenever they find, it becomes the source of their attraction and the reason behind their perpetual scrounging of garbage. Okay, for the children it is something wrapped in wonder, means they find it wonderful to find valuable things in the garbage, but for the elders, for their parents, it is a source of survival. Okay, जिस दिन ये कचरा उठाना बंद कर देंगे उनका जीने का साधन खत्म हो जाएगा, बट बच्चों के लिए किसी रहस्यमय घटना से कम नहीं है. ओके, जब भी उनको कोई वहाँ पे कॉइन या रूपी नोट मिलते हैं. Sahib is very passionate to play tennis also. Sometimes he watches young men dressed in tennis dress, and he sees them playing in the indoor stadium. but he can't practically enjoy that game. He can't play because it is costly game and it is beyond his status. He is wearing some tennis shoes that are discolored, and discolored shirts and shorts, means वो भी टेनिस शूज़ पहने हुए हैं एंड कुछ से डिसकलर्ड फेडेड कलर की शर्ट और शॉर्ट्स भी पहने हुए हैं. ओके, ऐसा लगता है somebody has given those items to him, and he might have belonged to a rich class, because rich लोग जस्ट ओल्ड कपड़े जब भी होते हैं उनको फेंक देते हैं, एंड दे आर यूज्ड बाय these people like rag pickers. Okay, for them they are not less than something new, right? साहिब के लिए वो पुराने भी नए से कम नहीं थे. ऐसा लगता था उसका एक सपना पूरा हो गया हो, वो सब फटे पुराने शूज और कपड़े पहन के. Okay, now Saib has started doing a job, that is he has joined a tea stall. He has started working there. Now he is not his own master. He is carrying a tea kit, that is a container of milk. He is getting 800 rupees per month and meals. Okay, days meals, खाना मिलता है, 800 रुपीज़ मिलता है उसको उस टी स्टॉल ओनर से. एंड ही इज़ कैरिंग ए कंटेनर. अर्लियर ही वॉज कैरिंग ए bag for rag picking. Now he has started carrying a container of milk. It appears that this milk container is too heavy. It is too heavy, and it is heavier than the garbage bag. Okay, because it that bag belonged to him, whereas this container canister belongs to his master, that is the owner of the shop. So this is he is not free now. He is not his own master. He has started living under the command of somebody else. Now the story here tells about another boy who is Mukesh, and he has nurtured a dream. He wants to drive a car. He wants to become a motor mechanic. But the problem here is that he belongs to a poor family of Firozabad, a district of Uttar Pradesh state, where most of the families are busy in making the bangles, okay, glass bangles. So they round the clock they keep on working near the hot furnaces, and they are suffering from some health hazards also. They are losing their eyesight. They are suffering from lungs problems and so many associated diseases. Okay, small children are busy in molding the glass, welding it, making the bangles, coloring them, transporting them from one place to another place, and thereby supplying this across the whole India. Almost 20,000 children, okay, who are working there near the hot furnaces since morning till late night. They have lost their eyesight, okay, their vision is lost because of working in the dim light. So the author here wants to say that despite his dreaming of becoming a motor mechanic and drive a car, his social status, his society doesn't permit him to fulfill his desire or see his dream come true. Why? Because people say that since for generations they have been working this, their ancestors, their forefathers, their parents, and now they have to carry on this that vocation. Okay, so this is a God given lineage to them. They can't take any respite from it. They can't leave it. It is their crumb, it is their destiny to do so. ये उनके भाग्य में लिखा है कि उनको यही काम करना है। ओके, Mukesh grandmother says that his grandfather used to do so. He lost his eyesight, he died later on, and likewise it goes on in almost all the houses of Firozabad. So this is one problem deep rooted in the society, that they follow their work, whatever their ancestor was doing, they say that they have to carry it forward, and they say that it is God given lineage, God given lineage, this cannot be broken. So his grandmother says that born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles in the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad, spirals of bangles, sunny gold, paddy green, yellow, these are the colors of these bangles. So they have seen all these bangles only, they can't do anything else. There is a girl who is young and wearing a drab pink dress, okay, sits alongside, she is also making the bangles. So but she is not aware of the value of these bangles, because she is not aware that the bangle in our culture, in our religion, is an indication of a bonding of pious sacred note of marriage. Okay, whenever one gets married, that time she wears these bangles. So she is not aware of this. Once she gets the, or once she attains the marriageable age, that time she will know all these, all the value or the importance behind the bangles. There are some ladies who are saying that they have not even able to eat a full meal, एक वक्त का खाना भी पूरा नहीं खाया अभी तक, means they are sleeping empty stomach or partially filled stomach. Okay, so this is the condition of these poor people the author has depicted through this. Somebody says that the author says that why don't you organize yourself in cooperative, means cooperative society में अपने आप को organize क्यों नहीं कर लेते. They say there is no one to lead them, उनका कोई leader नहीं है उनको कोई बताने के लिए, और sometimes if they try this then पुलिस और प्रशासन उनको परेशान कर सकता है. They can be pushed behind the bars, that is in the jails. So they don't have the courage to do so, and they continuously talk about the apathy, poverty, their greed and injustice. Okay, इन्हीं की वो बातें चारों तरफ, यही बातें वहाँ पे चलती रहती हैं. Listening to them, I see two distinct words, one of the family caught in the web of poverty, burdened. Now, what is the actual problem here? That there are two things, that is, one is the family which is caught in the poverty and by the stigma of the caste. Okay, जिस कास्ट में जन्म लिया है उसका स्टिग्मा, ए बैड सिंबल, ब्लॉट, वो उनको कैरी करना है. दे आर बोर्न, बिकॉज जिस सोसाइटी में, जिस कास्ट में जन्म लिया है, दे हैव टू कैरी ऑन द वर्क एसोसिएटेड टू दैट कास्ट ओनली. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. द अदर इज ए विशियस सर्कल ऑफ द साहूकार्स. देर आर साहूकार्स, मिडलमैन, पुलिसमैन, कीपर्स ऑफ लॉ मीन्स लॉयर्स, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स and the politicians. People are caught in their web. These are the actual culprits who are creating the problems for these poor people, who don't want them to flourish. Okay, who don't want them to become rich and live their life in a better way. Together they have imposed the baggage on the child that he cannot put on. These people are responsible for putting this baggage of garbage on the shoulders of these young children, and before he is aware, he accepts it naturally as his father. So he is not aware in the childhood that they are the people who are responsible behind this work done by them, and they accept it as the natural work ऑफ हिज फादर. मीन्स हमारे फादर ने काम किया, उन्हीं का काम है, हमें आगे कैरी करना है. उन्हें नहीं पता कि ये सब इनकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, जो पॉलिटिशियंस हैं, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स हैं, इनकी वजह से ये सब फेस करना पड़ रहा है. टू डू एनीथिंग एल्स वुड मीन टू डेयर, मीन्स दे कांट ड्रीम ऑफ डूइंग एनीथिंग. और कुछ इससे अलग हटके करना है मीन्स बहुत उसके लिए डेयर, करेज चाहिए. क्यों? बिकॉज ये पॉलिटिशियंस, ब्यूरोक्रेट्स, जो विशियस सर्किल जिनका है, ये इनको परेशान करेंगे अदरवाइज. एंड डेयरिंग इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ हिज ग्रोइंग अप, सो दे हैव नॉट been grown up in such an atmosphere where they could dare anything. When I sense a flash of it, Mukesh, I am cheered. I want to be motor mechanic. The author here sensed this courage in Mukesh only, because he has dreamt of driving a car and becoming a motor mechanic, and to fulfill his dream he is ready to drive, or he is ready to walk on foot to join a garage, and in that garage he will be trained to become a motor mechanic. In between, the author says that has he ever dreamt of flying a plane? So he becomes silent and say no, he has never dreamt so. Okay, he murmurs in embarrassment, and but his embarrassment is not yet turned into regret. Means if he is courageous, if he has dreamt of something different from what his society is doing, what his family is doing, definitely he can fly a plane also one day. Okay, this is what the author wants to say here. He is content to dream of cars that he sees hurtling down the streets of his town. Now, so far he has dreamt of driving a car, seeing the motor cars running up and down in the streets, and few airplanes fly over Firozabad. So there are some airplanes also flying over Firozabad. Once Mukesh is determined to do so, he can fly that also. So he has thought, and he has diverted his mind from their family profession, that he doesn't want to carry on the same profession, that is of bangle making, rather he wants to become a motor mechanic. Thank you. Try to find out the answers of these questions from the text.